Hi, Hoover here. In this video today we cover flag building do's and don'ts, mapping routes, and other related tips in the mobile game Rise of Kingdoms. Just to jump into things here, not going to cover basic flag building things like they cost resources or how to click and put them down. Kind of jump first into do's and don'ts. As far as the don'ts go, let's take a look at some don'ts. I had one here. Let me just find it. That's a don't. Okay, here they are. So we have this Alliance Crystal Field, not covered. And we also have this stone deposit, which is not covered. I'm sure all you guys know you have to cover at least 50%, so 51% or more of the node in order to claim it. If you'll see here it says none, that's because it's a miss. So there's a way to avoid this, and I will show you here. Let me just bring up some mock. Actually, there may have been no way to obtain that crystal above. This is a good example. So if you see here, the flag was here, which got the gold. Since the flag is here, that would not have got the gold, just due to this half a moon shape here. So going up here, this was the only option. Actually, you could have got it like that. So yeah, this node, you had no choice. Coming from here, you get this node. As far as this node goes, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. You've got that crystal node. So technically you would be here, where before you didn't have it. So let's say we were here, hypothetically. And I'll get into how to plot courses after this. I just wanted to cover the don'ts and show what the course correction would have been. So the flag would be here. So in order to see where the next flag would be, let's go up 3. 1, 2, and 3. And there you go. You could have moved over 1. I got this. And the flag would be here. So let's calculate the next course. Let's go up 3. 1, 2, and 3. And 1 and 2. So you would have actually corrected this. And now that I think about it, I'm not sure if that's a grab or not. So right now we're here, and it's a no-go. Let's actually, before we get into routing, let's take a look at something like this. Yeah, okay, everything's done with flags. So in order to figure out, see these corner ones like this, these are hard to tell because they leave a kind of like a moon shape behind them. Like for instance, right now, this is a bad example. You only have a little bit of overlay here. But anyway, so the flag would have been here had the route been proper from that gold node and crystal node at the beginning. Excuse me. So let's say this flag ended up here. If everything was corrected and I was getting ready to drop a flag, this would be something I'd be looking at. So if we see here, if you focus over here, I could kind of tell that it's more to the right just from building a lot of flags. So this area that's lit in green, I like to call it 60-40. This would be the 40%. And this over here, which looks bigger visually to me, would be the 60. A lot of times, a good way to tell is just to go over 3. 1, 2, 3. And see if it's easier to tell from the other side. Let's get this out of my way. There we go. Actually, that looks smaller. So this is probably a go. 1, 2, 3. What happens is when you move your screen, it loses, the resolution changes. So the outsides of your screen resolution are different than the center. So it's hard to tell if that would have been a go. Currently with the little corner there, it's not a go. But as mentioned before, we would have gotten this crystal node. So it definitely would have been worth it to, you know, this is the furthest you can go. Maybe you have to come back later and get this because it would have been here. So this would have been worth it. Maybe would have got it. I'm not sure. I'm going to guess that it does because this looks bigger than that. You have to move this to get that over on the other side. Yeah, that looks smaller. I think this would have been a go. Probably 50%. I think it's a go. So we have that. Now let's look at mapping and routing, because this is, making a route is extremely important. If you take a look at, like, my alliance's flag route, this is the Lost Kingdom, and we started way back over here in Zone 3, and we came out all the way through all this mess, and we have another alliance fortress here. And we're coming down, and these were all live combat zones a couple days ago. This one's been a walk in the park, but I mean, just from this pass to my base, which is at the top of the flag route, we're looking at 160 some kilometers. And you know, I'll count 2, 4, probably a good 50 flags right there, approximately. So flagging them properly means you get nodes and you don't have to use as many flags. You know, don't forget with flags, the price of them increases the more flags that you've dropped. That's why it's important to make the most efficient route and also pick up the nodes along the way. Gold and crystals. Coming into Lost Kingdom, I thought crystals would be the most important. In the home kingdom, it was usually gold, which was the struggle. From my experience right now, being like halfway through Lost Kingdom, it's gold. Like, it was crystal at first, but it switched to gold real quick. So making sure you grab the nodes along the way is essential. So let's take a look at a sample of kind of like a real life scenario, what we got going on here. First off, we're burning this flag, so this will be gone soon. Well, they'll still be here. We'll have to burn through them if we want to go that way. But it won't be effective territory anymore. Speaking of that, let me make sure somebody threw a match on this thing. My game is lagging. There it is. We have fire. Alright, so that's taking care of itself. So let's take a look at this here. So let's say we want to get this pass. You know, not trying to give any of these guys any sort of heads up or anything. But we all know what's going to happen even if they know that we're coming through there. So, besides the fact, I like to switch over to the resource view so that we could see the nodes on the map. And I also like to zoom in to where you can see these ridges. Because when you're out here, you say, oh yeah, it's easy, boom, boom, straight there and straight there. But there's actually a lot of inaccessible or dead space areas where you can't place flags along the way. So let's just map this out. I'll give you a quick example. I just lost my screen, sorry. Alright. So, fortunately my base is right here. I like to use my troops as markers. So let me get a troop out. We'll get a quick troop. You can't always do this with troops, especially during like the middle of a war or something. You may not just be able to parade troops wherever you want. Alright, so let's take a look here. We're going to switch over to the resource view. And I know, normally my city is not at the edge of the border. So I usually put my troop where I want to start. So basically, if we want to go for this pass here, real quick just to see where our flags were. So we got all this section over here covered. So all these are out of the picture. So really, the quickest way to this pass is straight line. So along the straight line, I'm really only seeing two options here. And one is to kind of take this route. You have food, whatever. I won't get that if it takes away from, if it makes another flag, which that's important, you know. If I could count these, then I'll know, alright, if I make a flag one shorter to get this food, am I going to have to pay for one more flag to get to this pass? Because I don't think it would be worth it whatsoever for a food, for a crop node. If it was gold, crystal, maybe stone, alright, but not food. So anyway, you have one option, which is going to be the way, pretty sure, is you have maybe a food, you have gold, 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 and then another food. There's even a crystal down here, which is still up for grabs, so it'll be good to have a route through there for if you want to do like a one troop build or something for a crystal. So you have that route, which looks shortest. You have another route also, which would be to go this way. So that's wood, crystal, stone. That's a food. And then you kind of have a gold, stone, crystal. So technically you could go this way. It's probably 2 flags more, maybe 3. Depends on actually what the mountains look like. So there's not much resistance there. It's pretty flat. So yeah, you could go that way. Let's route them both. Why the heck not? Alright, so I'm going to route this first because it's probably the way I'm going to go if we do this. Wink, wink. And then I'll map this one out. So let's get a quick count of how many flags it will take. So we're basically going southwest to the gold and straight west. So southwest to the 3rd gold is all I need to remember, and we could be on our way. Oh, one thing you must know in order to do this is the amount of ticks that a flag goes. If you'll notice here, I'm on the edge. So if I go from here and one more click over, boom, I'm now touching where the edge was. Flags are 3 ticks. So you have 1, 2, 3. Now I'm in the exact same place as this flag because it's 3 ticks. They're a square, so they go 3 ticks left or right, or 3 ticks up or down. And down would be 1, 2, and 3. So I'm on the same horizontal as this flag because I went from here 1, 2, 3 as this. Now if you'll notice, I'm sure you know, you can't connect flags on the corner. For an example, you can't put a flag here. So you should know that this is 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Now I am diagonal, which does not work. So what that means is you can always go, you can go 3 ticks one direction, but you can't go 3 ticks one direction and then 3 ticks the other direction. It has to be either, whatever way you look at it, 2 ticks one direction and then 3 ticks the other direction, or 3 and 2, or anything less. So I could go 3 down, I'm good. I could go 3 down and 1 left or right, I'm good. I could go 3 down and 2 left or right, and I'm still good, but I can't go 3 and 3. The same goes the opposite way. If I want to count the lower number first, I can go 2, but then I could only go 3 right there. So always remember, you know, the flag is 3 by 3 ticks. You can go 3 and 2 ticks or lower in any direction. Heck, you could even go 1 and 1, as long as it's under 3 and 2. Hope that makes sense. So to map this out, now remembering, you know, what did I want to remember here? I wanted to remember that we're going southwest until the 3rd gold node, and then west. Alright, so we can count the flags and know exactly where to put them ahead of time right now, which we'll do. So one thing to consider is this missing stone node, which is fine. So we don't want to start going this way. We're going southwest anyway. But if you were going northwest, you would want to you wouldn't want to start here and up, even if you want to gain upwardsness. So anyway, we're going southwest. We got some stuff. There's that food node I was talking about. It can be done like that, which this is a 3 down and 2 left from over here. 1, 2, 3. This was 3, and then 1, 2. Boom. We have the food. Now you can't go 3 left and get it. So basically, what do we do now instead of just plopping it here? Because, it's food. If food isn't something you want, then you have to look at the next move. So this gold is left. Okay, we'll zoom out. Yeah, that gold is heavy on the leftness. So let's just see what happens here. So here we have 1. Now remember, we want to be heading left and down. It seems to be more left, so 1, 2, 3 left. And then we could go up to 2 down. Remember, this is down, so there's no reason not to. 1, 2. So this will be the second flag. So we are at 2. Let's go over. Tick 1, tick 2, tick 3. And we still want to keep going down. So we're 3 left. Let's go down as much as we can because the pass is lower. So that's 3 with 1 down. Let's see if we could squeeze the second. No, can't squeeze the second down in. So this is the third flag. Now we'll go over here. 1, 2, 3. Ah, that's the worst. When you think it ticked, but you don't know if it ticked. That is the absolute worst. I'm just going to jump back real quick. It's okay to... This game, especially during war, when you build a flag and you got 80 scouts coming at once, there's going to be some lag. So you're going to have to start over sometimes. Once you get good at this, you could really knock it out quick. I'm kind of just blabbering right now. So you have first flag. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Second flag. 1, 2, 3. 1. Third flag. Now, as long as you don't move your screen so far, it won't move the flag. So here we were. This was the third flag. I was right. 1, 2, 3. Heck, let's go down 2 if we can. 1, 2. There's the fourth flag. And there's that last gold. 1, 2, 3. Because we want... Oops, 1, 2, 3. See, I made a whoops. So I could just go back. Because I knew it was 3 ticks. So 1 tick. Alright, 1 tick's as much as we're going to go. 1, 2, and 3. That'll be it right there. 1 and 3. It's not always 2 and 3. Okay, so we are here. Right next to the gold node. And we're looking at a food node. Not sure where the pass is. I think it's a couple more ticks over. And I could have been counting these, but I'm talking. 1, 2, 3. Got the food. Oh, would you look at that? We're at the pass. Now look right here. See this? We're 1 tick away. So that means we're going to have to use an entire flag right here. Now, if you remember, I can't remember how many flags that was. I think it was 6 or 7. If you remember at the beginning, I said that I don't want to have to build a flag if I don't want to flag this. Where is it? Come on, load for me. I do not want to have to use an extra flag to get this. It's 2,000 food per hour. Our food is the highest. Right now is a time of being chintzy and trying to be very careful with the amount of flags because the cost goes up. And we have a long run planned. So the decision there may be to skip that food node, which might let us... So instead of starting back 1 tick, you know, if we're thinking left, I think that a mirror mode, that's my right, but your left maybe. You know, if you're thinking this way, left over here, and you're starting here, you're back 1. So let's see, if you start here, let's see what we could do this time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Look at that, and this is now a double node. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. We might have to go back anyway. So it looks like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Let's actually see something here. Let's go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Is there anywhere here? Maybe? No. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay. So losing that first flag being to the left isn't going to matter here. So you might as well. You're going to be short if you want this gold. no matter what at the end, and I'll show you how there's no way to get around using an extra flag. So that's where it ends up. I remember the double node spot. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. What? It's not good. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So we can't get no more left than that. Let's see what happens here. 1, 2, 3, 1. We would be here. Let's see if we could. Oh, we can touch the pass. This, I like this better. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, tricky, tricky. So this would be the spot. We would have to farm this node, but you can get that food and end here instead of one short. So yeah, this is the way to go. Even though I had to go back one at the beginning, that would be the way to go. I'll just quickly do it one more time. This video was not supposed to be this long. I might re-record it. We'll see. I really don't care. So we're avoiding starting back for this food. And we're going to start here. So let's see. One flag. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 2 flags. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Come on. 3 flags. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 4 flags. 1, 2, 3. 1. 5 flags. And the 6th at the end. 1, 2, 3. And here. 6 flags. Easy peasy. So that would be the most efficient route to go that way. As far as plotting out the other map, I'm going to regret doing this, but let's do it. This video is far too long. Nobody's watching this far. And that's really what I wanted to cover. But, so let's say we really wanted these crystals. This way I had more crystals. I got 1 crystal. Got a gold up there, a gold back there, just out of the way, gold, crystal, crystal. So we're at 6 flags to get to that pass the way I wanted. Ooh, there's some burning to do through here too. Yeah. We don't really need to burn these flags. I mean, these guys have been beaten to a pulp. They're done. There's nobody in this entire zone but us, and I'm not worried about it if they come in anyway. This can be more advanced for mapping. A lot of times you gotta short flags just to burn flags sometimes. So let's just see what would happen here. We have 1 flag. Remember, we want to stay there. Ideally, if we want to go north, we will put the flag there, but that misses the stone. So, ixnay on that. We start here. So here's 1 flag. And here's where burning sucks. 1, let's actually start here. There's a wood tile there, which we want to get with the next flag, and we want to be able to burn. So let's go up 3. 1, 2, 3, and over 2. 1, 2, and that's going to be a miss. Yeah, food node up there. We have to keep the flag down here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So we were starting here. Come on, don't move on me. It would be really nice if you could zoom out while you had the flag up, by the way, Lilith. Let's see this way. 1, 2, 3. 1. You can start with the 3, 1 here. Let's do that. We'd start with 3, 1 here instead. Let's go up 3. 1, 2, 3. And we can go over 2. 1, 2, because we just went up 3. You could always go over 2 after that. This is a messy route. I don't like this, but okay, we'd be able to burn this flag next. I'm not going out of my way for that food. Boom. So this is actually not terrible. We're over 1, so we're gonna do 3 down. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and now you have that. So basically this is perfect because it's replacing a flag. Okay, I forget if I'm on a 3rd or 4th flag, but if you were keeping count, if this would be something you would keep count of if you were actually doing this in a real scenario. So it's very easy to zoom out now, see where we're at, because this is a tricky route. So this is the double. So what the heck? 1, 2. Ooh, there's more. Gotta love the lag in Lost Kingdom. So let's try to grab that gold and skim me down there. That would be the best thing to do. Maybe that'll be, probably not, but maybe it'll be 1 flag away. So now we want to grab this, grab the gold, and grab these. Oh wait, I'm sorry. We are here. So if I put my finger there, okay, so we are here. Alright, so then we just grab these on the way down. Most efficient route. We ain't talking about spamming flags here. So remember, if my screen will move, that is a flag. We want it to go up and to the left. Gotta watch. Sometimes the flags move when you move your screen. All right, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, flag. E. 1, 2, 3, up. I think I had it. This is one of them. Can you do it? Can only build connected to territory, so that should be a go. Usually it says there's an obstacle in the way. No objects nearby, so that's no go. But as you can see here, it has to be connected to territory. It did not say there's objects in the way, so we're good. So we just got that gold. That's a very important tip, guys. Please ensure no objects are nearby. You can only perform this in an open area. That means you're on top of something or in a dead zone. When you're here, you can only build your flag connected to your territory. That means you should be clear. There's nothing in your way. The only thing stopping you is you're not connected, which was the case right there. Must be connected. So we're good. So this is actually not a bad route. It looks bad. To me it did when I zoomed out. I didn't think it would be this juicy. But anyway, so now we need that crystal, so we can't go left 3. So we're going down 3. 1, 2, 3. And we can only go 2 over. 1, 2. Oh, perfect. Let's go flags to the south, so let's get our maximum 3 south. 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, I meant the pass was to the south. We want to get maximum south, and 1, 2. Okay, got that stone right there. And let's keep going south. I think it's south. 1, 2, 3. Is that the pass? We went 3, so we'll go over 1. Is this the pass? 1, 2, 3. Let's just see if this is the pass. Oh. Yes, it was the pass. So this got us to the pass. So it's not a terrible route. Ooh. That corner connects us to the pass. It is a terrible route. Who am I kidding? The crystal's only 1 node away. I wouldn't go this way. It's too many flags. It's not worth all the nodes. I'll rewatch this. Hopefully it was good. If not, I'll re-record it. If this one ends up being the one, thanks for watching. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video. I have a Streamlabs to donate in the description. It's streamlabs.com/jhoover187. Hope everybody has a great day. Thanks.